The world of Vetyr is a cyberpunk fantasy role-playing game with hints of darkness that hold secrets around every corner. A tyrannical dictatorship hides behind a facade that people are in control of what they think is a democracy. Our story is told from the views of the people of Mesquite, the capital of the world, and only one of 3 super cities left after a great war. You may have played this tabletop role-playing game, but want to delve deeper into its lore. So grab your companions as we jump into the world of From the Shadows. In the days of old, elf, dwarf, halfling, gnome, and humans fought alongside each other, delving through dungeons, traversing the unknown, slaying legendary monsters, and banding together on great adventures. This was the way of the world for several millennia. As the times changed, so did the races. Tensions over gods, power, beliefs, traditions, lands, gold, magic, and different ideologies sparked the beginning of what was almost the end. Since time began, these races lived on our planet of Vetyr, a world that once was lush, green, blue, and brown, and had an abundance of life in all directions. In those days, magic was a predominant and common aspect of everyday life. Clerics would use their divine magic to heal and cure the sick. Wizards could be seen casting fireballs at monsters that were trying to attack and overrun towns. Bards would play their lutes and harps at taverns to both entertain and cure the mind of mental diseases. In every way, magic was a part of life. However, 200 years ago, this all changed. The greed and jealousy of the human race began to sprout. Jealous of the other common races outliving them, sitting on thrones for centuries, being stronger magic casters, becoming wiser, wealthier, and for dozens of other reasons, the humans could take no more. So goes with many other wars. Countless lives were to be lost. Innocents were going to lose their lives, and all because the humankind was unable to suppress their natural nature. Once upon a time, humans were the neutral race, banding together with any and all of the races. In any culture, humans were found. In any society, they fit in. But this was to also be their downfall. Over time, the world of Vetyr, for which all creatures lived, saw a war to end all wars. The greatest magic casters, mages, and the like began to selfishly use their powers for evil, virtually worldwide. The surviving history books don't show record of where the first battle took place, but by the end of a 10-year period, more magic was being used than ever before, and was being cast in pointless wars. When a magic user casts a spell, they draw upon arcane energy, an unseen, invisible force that grants them the ability to cast a spell in the first place. Once the spell is completed and successfully applied to any situation, it leaves behind a sort of discarded energy, known as eldritch energy. This remnant magic isn't dangerous by itself, but if a caster were to summon another spell in the same spot that the current eldritch energy lays dormant, the new arcane spell becomes even more powerful. It is believed that so much eldritch energy was left lingering during the wars around the planet that one powerful and very experienced spellcaster called upon a commanding spell that ignited a large pocket of eldritch energy. This domino affected around the entire planet. Unbeknownst to him, in what was supposed to be a traditional spell for a battle, affected more than 95% of life left on the planet as it was all wiped from existence. Complete races were lost, such as the Dragonborn and the Orc. Out of 7 billion people, only 9 million survived, less than 1% of the world's remaining population. Since this war, nature has overtaken most of the world, and with it, most has turned into a barren wasteland. In fact, it is speculated that there are less than 1,000 trees left on the entire planet, and virtually, there are no longer established civilizations. What were the ruins of the world's 3 largest cities were rebuilt over the course of 200 years, and today, in the year of 2245, we have three main megalopolises, known as Mesquite, Kalandantar, and Adajanya. Of those three, Mesquite is the largest and most advanced, holding a population today of nearly 3 million people, in a city where the diameter is roughly 20 miles, and the tallest skyscrapers reach 304, 298, and 277 stories respectively. Overseeing these massive cities is the President Cyrus Melmark, son of Richard Melmark, finder of Mesquite's first institutional governing body. Melmark Sr. named the government after himself, and his military became known as the Black Melmark. Though serving different purposes, both Melmark and Black Melmark fall under the same institution, simply known as the Melmark government, a secret dictatorship that has the facade of being a democracy. But that, my friends, is a story for another day.